Hey all, Hipper here. So I've taken out the new legendary battleship, the Cristoforo Colombo, and it's good. I really like it actually, and I might actually research that bureau because I have a lot of bureaus left that I haven't done anything to. So I'll just quickly show you my build here. And yes, I forget to put a camo on the ship in this battle. That's just what happens. And honestly, it doesn't matter that much on battleships. But there you have it. So all I changed is just the spotter plane here. Obviously, I want that. So 30-second reload. It's like, yikes, it's really long. But I don't actually notice it much. I don't know why, but yeah. So Colombo is a big ship and it's far from agile, but I mean agile battleships aren't a thing anyway. But notice that you do get 12 main battery guns, which is pretty good. Because if you only got 3 turrets, I wouldn't even consider the ship here. I would just stick with the tier 8, which is really, really good already. But the fact that you get, an extra turret and 4 extra guns, it does matter a lot. And you will get more hits, really, just because you have more shells in the air. It's not particularly accurate though, but it doesn't matter that since you can just saturate the area with shells. And another bonus with this is that it's easier to hit destroyers, particularly from afar, because you have so many shells that, one of them is bound to hit, and that hurts the destroyer, right? So I have this Fragalicious Bob here. He was in the earlier battle as well. I only played 2 Colombo battles. And all he does is sit in his Conqueror far away from everything and set everything on fire. So, yeah. Anyway, I gotta be a little bit careful with torpedoes here, because you can see, as what is always the case, if a CC plays a new interesting ship that no one else has, then everybody has to come and look at it in real life. And that's exactly what's happening here. Everybody, not a single person goes to the other flank. Everybody comes over here to the D flank. So that's also why I'm like, okay, I'm not pushing at all. I'm just gonna sit here, use my smoke, try to whittle these guys down, and see how well we do. So like you can see, it's not like fantastically accurate, but the AP hurts, and I think it's about the same as Lepanto. Like the angles and stuff, it doesn't seem very different. Which means that, wow, this is a battleship that can really put the hurt on the opposition. Not as much as Yamato though, but it's fairly close, I think. So when you play as a CC on these update days here, you have to be extra timid. And as you can see, this game here is a particular terrible example. Because the other flank is just left, everyone's leaving it, and well, there's one cruiser, but it's not much he can do. And everybody else is coming over here, and I don't know if that's to shoot at me, although it does look like it, but I just don't get the shower that I usually do when I'm out in a brand new juicy ship. But there's certainly a lot of interest over here, and there's a lot of destroyers as well. Every destroyer is over here. That's 3 destroyers out here in the cap, and obviously, had there been less battleships out there, I might push in and help, but as it is now, there is no way I am going to do that. First of all, Bob here is just waiting to set me on fire, and there's 2 battleships out there, 3 destroyers, another 2 battleships moving in. So yeah, this is a defensive position here, and we're not going to give up this position here. I'm pretty much going to stay here the whole battle, and it doesn't matter what happens to me, if I get set on fire, if I get torped or whatever. I'm still just gonna sit here because I'm a real nuisance to the red team, and if they all shoot at me, then it means they're not shooting at my teammates. And although they're not really spreading out as well as I would like them to, it's not too bad. I haven't tried a secondary build on this Colombo here, but from what I can tell, I don't think it's really worth it. I mean, it was worth it on the pre-nerf Lepanto, but even after that ship got nerfed, I don't think it's worth it anymore. Just put all your points into the heavy-hitting AP with nice angles, and you'll be better off, really. So I remember Colombo is not a premium ship, well, it kind of is, but it's not a ship you have to pay for. It's just going to take you some time in the bureau to get it, and for that, I think it's definitely worth it. So it's a ship I enjoy, and there aren't many battleships I enjoy, but this is one of them. And just for that reason, I think you should probably research it. Not, by all means. I mean, there are other good bureau ships, but this is definitely one you should put on your top, like your top 5 or something like that. I really like it, and I like the fact that you still have the smoke here, because it just makes it different from like pretty much any other battleship. Is just the same to me. They're all just pretty much a Yamato, just with smaller guns, a nice double citadel there on the Verdi. But at least the Italians give you something else to do. Like, it's easier to push, it's easier to disengage. It's just easier, pretty much overall, I think. And then when you have like these 16 heavy hitting guns here, then well, yeah, it's more interesting, I think. And it's also quite a tough ship, just like Lepanto is. It can really take a beating, and I like that in a battleship. So as you saw from my screen before, I've only played 2 battles in this ship, but it's very much like a Lepanto, a little bit more hard hitting, but that's about it. So I like it. But let's just talk a little bit Lepanto here still, because I still think it's such a shame that that ship was nerfed the way it was. I thought it brought something interesting to the game because it's different, and yeah, it's just a shame. I would have liked to see the range of the secondaries be nerfed, but not the reload. So meaning you still have that insane DPS if you get within, let's say, 6 kilometers of an enemy ship instead of 10 kilometers, as was possible before. So that means also that if you let a Lepanto get within 6 kilometers of you, well, you pretty much deserve your fate then, because that's the same as letting a battleship with torpedoes get that close. And it would still make the secondary build, valuable. It would still, make you actually use your smoke, which, Lepanto is so much fun doing that, like sneaking up on other ships and then using the smoke for that last bit of open water, and then just popping out with your secondaries going off. That was a lot of fun, and it just hurts me that that's not possible anymore. It really is a shame. So I look at this red team here. I don't know what is going on. 4 battleships sitting over there close to the island, and then we have no less than 3 destroyers out to the right, also huddled up against an island. I don't understand what's going on. It sure is update day. And yeah, not only that, but every single ship is, like I said, over on this flank here, and I just don't understand it. But anyway, it's getting to the point where I probably have to move now, because it looks like they're gonna make a push, and there's just too many destroyers here for me to handle. I'm just one battleship, and I do have one destroyer spotting for me, which is excellent, but the cruisers have, the cruiser has run away, which I kind of understand, because there are 4 battleships out there. So unless he has really good concealment, which is also a problem, because lots of destroyers here to spot him, I don't hold that against him. So I'm just gonna, like I said, hold this side for as long as I can, really. And I mean, I'm still only down 20,000 hit points, so I can stay here for a lot longer. And I still have 2 heals left, and there's 6 minutes left. But we're going to win on points, obviously, because the red team just gave up, pretty much 2/3 of the map right from the beginning. So I just got spotted by a destroyer there, and I don't want him to know what I'm doing, so that's why I used my last smoke here. Because I'm thinking, oh, okay, I could stick around here, see if I could sink a destroyer and probably get sunk. But then I'm thinking, nah, we're going to win on points. So I'll see if I can't, save my pride and survive, because I am, prime target now. There's torps on each side, and I don't really know where these guys are, because the last destroyer was sunk out there in the cap. So that also means that we're going to be on the back foot now, because we don't have any destroyers left, and the red team has 3 destroyers left. So there's no point hanging around here. We're just going to start retreating, and then just hoping we're going to win on points. With 5 minutes left, it should be possible, right? And that was a unfortunate salvo there. I didn't know he was going to stop like that, otherwise I would have removed him, but so be it. You still got the high caliber already, so that's all good. I've done my part. So now I'm just going to make sure I don't get sunk, and the best way to get sunk is, of course, to hit an island. And right now I'm not looking at all what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get this Verdi here out of the game so I can actually turn in, because obviously I don't want to do that now, because then I'm going to show broadside to this guy. And if you look at the map, then I'm going to hit an island in a minute, and there goes Verdi. And there's like, oh, that's not very good, because we have 3 destroyers around here. And now I'm just a prime target here. So yeah, Colombo is not a very agile battleship. But then on the other hand, if you really need an agile battleship, you're probably not playing the battleships right, to be honest. And I do eat a torpedo or 2 here because of my, island forays. And I do survive though, so at least that's something. And then this guy here pops up, and that battleship that has been sitting behind the island the whole time. So he comes out now, and really doesn't get much out of it. I wish he got torped actually, and there'll be a lesson for him. But that was 1 destroyer down here. That gives us a little bit of breathing room, and I'm not spotted. So I reevaluate again. I'm thinking, okay, actually I might just stick around here, see if we can grab the decap back, because there is a destroyer grabbing B, and maybe someone gets sunk so we don't get to 1,000 points just around now, but you never know. So that's why I'm saying, okay, I'm just gonna go in and back this Tulsa here up, because he has radar and he has sonar, so if I stick around with him I should be fairly safe. But yeah, we're going to run out of, well, we're not going to run out of time, we're going to win on points. So that was my second game in Colombo, and I like it. It's a ship I might actually research. So hope you enjoyed it, and see you out there.